Hey there, big cat enthusiasts. Welcome back to Big Cat Sightings UK, your go-to channel for all things related to mysterious big cat encounters across the United Kingdom. I'm Big Cat Sightings UK, and today, we've got something special for you. We're going to dive into some incredible stories shared by our viewers about their encounters with these elusive creatures. Let's get started with our first comment from @YouTubeLady8504. Years ago, I saw something resembling a black panther. It was big and had something in its mouth. I was in my car and put on the full beam lights. It just stared at me as though it was going to pounce on my car. Its shoulders went up as it stared, then it went off into the woods, carrying whatever it had in its mouth. Wow, that's a chilling encounter. Imagine seeing such a powerful creature up close. It's interesting how these animals seem to be perfectly at home in the wild, even in the UK. Next. I saw a black panther in Fatfield, Washington, back in '91. Workers at Nissan Sunderland have seen big black cats on Nissan Land in 2024. I'm thinking about doing an investigation with my night vision cameras, thermal imaging camera, trap camera, and motion sensors, which I use for paranormal investigations. At PaulAnthony7236. An investigation sounds like a fantastic idea at PaulAnthony7236. With all that equipment, you might just capture some solid evidence. It's fascinating how these sightings span decades and continue to intrigue us. Next. I know they're out there. Four of us saw one just outside of Paul, East Yorkshire, near Hull. We had just finished a night fishing session on the Humber and were on our way home. As we left the village, a big cat ran out of the field to our left and crossed between our cars. My kid brother, who was driving, initially thought it was a big black dog, but later confirmed it was a big cat. When we got home, my brothers and brother-in-law, who were driving the other car, were really excited and said it was definitely a big cat, bigger than a large Labrador and jet black. At Steve White 6861. That's an incredible sighting, at Steve White 6861. It's amazing how many people have seen these animals and mistaken them for large dogs at first glance. The sheer size of these cats is truly impressive. Next. I can't confirm any massive population in Suffolk, but I witnessed a panther of some breed in the Lothians around 2020. The sound terrified me and my friends who saw it too. I suspect it was an escaped pet, but big cats in the UK are definitely not an urban legend anymore. At Mimicking Jag. Thanks for sharing, at Mimicking Jag. It's intriguing to think about how these big cats might be escapees. Whether they're pets gone wild or native, their presence is undeniable and definitely not just a myth. Next. I've seen one in Surrey 5 times, 3 times with someone else present. I don't think they mean us any harm, probably someone's escaped pet, especially if it walks up to you. Maybe it wants to go home. At Grahambin6326. 5 sightings at Grahambin6326? That's impressive. It's comforting to hear you don't believe they mean any harm. It certainly makes one wonder if these animals could be lost pets. Once, I encountered a large black cat while out shooting my air rifle. It doubled back on me, and I felt its intense stare. I didn't run, just stood my ground and slowly blinked at it, which calmed it down. The cat eventually zigzagged off into the night. It was very unnerving with eyes 5 feet off the ground and light yellow in color. I thought I had met the predator. At Grahambin6326. Great advice on how to handle such an encounter at Grahambin6326. Staying calm and composed in the face of these big cats is key. Their presence can indeed be very unnerving. Next one. Another time, I found myself stalked by a large black cat. It got up and walked towards me, passing by a meter away. It was a jaguar due to its size and shorter tail. The cat seemed homesick and probably wanted some affection. At Grahambin6326. A jaguar in the UK? That's extraordinary, at Grahambin6326. It's almost heartwarming to think it might have been seeking some affection. The idea of these animals being homesick is quite touching. Next. In the early 90s, my dad worked in Worcester and saw a black cat the size of a large dog with yellow eyes during a break. The cat leapt behind some bins and disappeared. My dad was terrified. even though he had experienced some scary moments before. At Badger69-96. Thanks for sharing your dad's story. At Badger69-96. It's striking how these sightings can leave such a strong impression, even on those who have faced other frightening situations. Next one. I used to work with a group that did camera trapping around farmland in East England when landowners reported sightings. There are very small populations of biggish cats surviving in the UK. These encounters are rare and not a threat. There's no need to cause panic or harm them. It's quite interesting. At OllieHunter84. Very insightful. At OllieHunter84. It's important to remember that while these sightings are rare and fascinating, these cats are not a threat. It's crucial to handle these situations responsibly and with care. Okay, next. So far, I've seen a black puma near Wendover and a gray wolf near the Golden Ball Hellfire Caves. The wolf wasn't scared of us and walked right past the car. I know for sure that big cats and gray wolves are in the UK wild. At Mike Star Karaoke UK. Seeing both a black puma and a gray wolf at Mike Star Karaoke UK is truly remarkable. It adds another layer to the mystery and confirms that there's more to the UK's wildlife than we often realize. And next one. Last night, I heard a leopard cat and saw many deer run past me. The cat was in the woods near Asda in Buckinghamshire. I know it was a leopard because I found the same sound on YouTube. I'll try to film the cat next time now that I know where it lives. At Mike Star Karaoke UK. Excellent observation. At Mike Star Karaoke UK. It's great that you're planning to film it next time. Capturing these sightings on video would provide invaluable evidence. Next. In 2003, I used to catch the train from Winchester to Waterloo. One morning, just outside Micheldever at 6:15 a.m., I saw a black cat in a field. It was probably half a mile away from my train, but it was definitely a panther. At David Lodge 7262. Thanks for sharing. At David Lodge 7262. It's incredible how these sightings can happen even from a distance, and yet the presence of these big cats is unmistakable. Next comment. In the mid-1990s, my friend and I saw a panther near a wildfowl reserve close to Edenbridge in Kent. We were on a Sunday ramble and saw it creep out of a woodland copse and into a wheat field. We were about 100 yards away, but saw it clearly. Later, locals confirmed there had been other sightings. At Jeff Milton, F8V. Your experience at Jeff Milton, F8V, adds to the collective intrigue surrounding big cat sightings in the UK. It's fascinating to hear how these stories continue to be verified by locals. And there you have it, folks. These are just some of the incredible stories shared by our viewers. If you've had your own big cat encounter or know someone who has, we'd love to hear about it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more big cat sightings and investigations. Stay curious, stay safe, and keep your eyes peeled for the next big cat encounter. See you next time.